I'm going to do a full review on the One2 Cosmetics Magnetic Lashes. I did a first impressions of these lashes about 2 months ago, and the pair that I tried were the natural pair. And so now that I've been using them for about 2 months, I just wanted to come and do a quick follow-up on what I think of the lashes after more practice use. If you'd like to see my first impressions and watch me struggle the first few times as I've tried to apply them, I'll go ahead and link that video below. So first of all, you may be wondering if I'm wearing the lashes now, and the answer is no. And the reason is that both of my pairs aren't really in good enough shape anymore to be able to wear. Actually, the first pair, I ended up losing one of the pieces of the lashes not too long after I'd started playing with them. So I lost that complete set pretty early on. And the second set, I have used them enough off and on over the last couple of months that really they just look kind of clumpy and aren't really good enough that I want to wear them anymore. So first off, I thought I would start by sharing what I see as the pros or the benefits of these One2 Cosmetics Magnetic Lashes. First of all, I think the lashes look very natural, very nice on your lash line if you're able to position them well across the base of your lash line. Since I got the natural set, of course, I would have expected them to look natural. They also have a bold set and just outer corner lash, and so obviously those are going to look a little bit different, but I did find that the natural lashes, once I positioned them well and blended them in with my natural lashes, did look really, really nice. They definitely gave me a my lashes but better kind of look. Additionally, I found that the magnetic lashes were very comfortable to wear. They're very light, and so once I had them placed, it was really easy to forget that I had them on. Some false lashes you definitely feel throughout the day, so this to me was a benefit that I had with the magnetic lashes that I don't always have when I wear false lashes. Also, because they looked more natural, I found that I was very comfortable wearing them to work when I don't necessarily want to look like I'm wearing false eyelashes when I go to work, and so these definitely could play into my everyday wardrobe a little bit more readily than just a pair of false lashes can play into my wardrobe. Also, I found that I could get a pretty decent number of wears out of the lashes as compared to typical false lashes or even some of the mink lashes. And I think that's because you're not using glue to apply them, you just got the magnetic strip. As long as you're taking care of the lashes themselves, you can pretty much keep reusing them over and over. They do experience some wear after some time though, because the action of taking them off, you actually get to the base of the lash and you kind of do this pushing motion where you're pushing the magnets apart from each other. You do end up, just kind of naturally rubbing the eyelash fibers themselves a little bit, and so sometimes they start to get a little bit wonky, and so that after time can reduce the wear of them. In addition, as you're applying mascara, if you get the mascara on them, that will reduce the life of the lashes as well. But otherwise, I definitely found that they lasted longer than your typical false lashes or mink lashes last. But now, let's get to the things that I consider to be cons of the eyelashes, and there are a lot. The first one, and this is something that I said in my first impressions video because I could tell right away, is these lashes are just not gonna work for everyone. There I'm showing you what one of the top pieces of the lashes look like, and if you can kind of see, there's not a lot of curve to that band. And so what that means is that people with very rounded eyes or eyes that kind of protrude out are just gonna have a harder time with the shape of the magnetic lash because it's just not going to fit as flush against the base of their lash as easily. I think my eyes in particular can work with these lashes, although it's not super easy. I don't know that I have just the perfect eye shape, but that's definitely going to be a drawback for a lot of people. Second, I've just found that they continue to be hard to apply. And that could be partially because I don't have an ideal eye shape for the lashes, but even with some concerted practice, I just never got quick at applying the lashes. And so basically what that means is they did not make it into my everyday routine, but I did make a very concerted effort to learn to apply them and to try to get more quick at it on the weekends or in the evenings when I was just playing around with makeup, so I could see if I was going to learn to get faster at it, but I just never did. And so some of my experiences with trying to apply the lashes is, I think the second weekend that I had the lashes, I was sitting down at my breakfast room table and I just was going to practice putting them on and off just to try to get a little bit faster at it. And I proceeded to drop one of the lashes because the way in which you apply it is you take the top part of the lash, which if you're not familiar with how they work, there's basically the two pieces of each lash. You have the top part and the bottom part, and then when you line them up, the magnet pulls them together, and that basically sandwiches your natural lashes in between. So to apply, you have to take the top part of the lash and kind of balance it on the outside of your natural lash, and then put the lower one on underneath until they kind of magnetize together. And so in doing this, I actually dropped the top lash lots of times, all through when I was learning to apply these, and even after I did, that would happen quite frequently. But unfortunately, on my very first pair, about a week after I'd gotten them, I dropped the top lash and it disappeared, and I never did find it again. And I was sitting in the breakfast room on a glass table with a concrete floor, and there just wasn't that many places for the stupid eyelash to go. But despite looking and searching for probably 15 minutes, enlisting my husband to help, we never did find that other eyelash. So there went one of the pairs right there. I was missing one of the 4 pieces to make a complete set. So I was able to play around with the other pieces, but I did lose the functionality of a complete set at that point. And then second, with applying, I did always struggle to figure out what was the best way to blend them in with my natural lashes. So you don't want to apply mascara to the magnetic lash strips themselves, because obviously that's going to lump up on the lashes and cause them to get clumpy and basically shorten the life of the lash. But you definitely need to find some way to blend your natural lash with the magnetic lash band, and I mean the natural lash on the inside, because this band does not go all the way across your eye. It only stops about halfway. And so you need some way to take the shorter lashes on the inside and to lengthen them to the same length or a similar length of the magnetic lash. And so I tried several different ways of doing this. One is I would apply the lash first and then try to apply mascara to the inner corner and do it that way. And I found that I got mascara on the magnetic lashes themselves. And then I also tried applying the mascara to my lashes first, just the inner lashes, and then adding the magnetic lashes. And I actually found that to be messier, because then if I didn't get the perfect placement and I would go to take them off, I would end up smearing the magnetic lashes into the mascara on the inner corner anyway. So you can see here basically what it looks like after I've gotten them kind of coated with mascara. So they're, you know, not looking great. I've tried to take some eye makeup remover and get it off of the lashes, but it's just hard at that point. The lashes start bending and going in different directions. So at this point I probably could wear the lashes, but I just don't think they look great and they look fresh enough to do. So that was kind of my cons when it came to the application process of the lashes. Then the third con, as I kind of mentioned with the application, is I did find that it was hard to blend them in with the natural lashes, just because there didn't seem to be a better sequence for put on magnetic lashes, then apply the mascara, or put on the mascara and then apply the magnetic lashes. And then my last con is the price. So this set was $70 for basically 2 pairs of the magnetic lashes. And so that's $35 a piece. And comparing that to mink lashes or definitely to lash extensions, you know, it's a competitive price. But if you don't know if they're going to work for you, then I think that is kind of a high price because you basically are in at 2 different pairs right there and you don't even know that they're going to work. That is kind of a high price for something that you may not find you're going to master or ever really want to wear. And so I never really could get fast enough at putting them on that I wanted to add it into my everyday morning routine to go to work, because I don't want to have to fiddle with something for 5 minutes or potentially more. I want to be able to know that I can do it in, you know, 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes tops. And it's not like it took applying mascara out of my routine. It really just was adding another step. So I do know that there are a lot of copies out there on the market. I know Amazon and I've seen Groupon are touting magnetic lashes, which come very similar to this with 2 pairs, sometimes for as little as $10. And so it's really up to you whether you're comfortable doing that. You know, I do like to support the person that actually was clever and came out with the idea to do something different than what everybody else was doing. And so that is why I bought the original set from 1-2 Cosmetics. And also when I bought mine, I don't think that the magnetic lashes were really quite out there as mainstream as much. So I personally am glad that I supported the 1-2 Cosmetics company. Also, a lot of the copycat magnetic lashes are being made places like China. And so if you're concerned with things like the products that go into it and whether the product is cruelty-free, then it's very unlikely that they adhere to that. And so I'm personally not gonna try a pair from one of those manufacturers because I can't guarantee that they're cruelty-free. So in the end, my verdict is that if you like to play around and try new stuff, if that's something that you think is fun and exciting, then they're definitely fun. They're definitely something different. They allow you to learn and try out a new technique. But if you're really looking for something to incorporate into your everyday routine, something that you're going to be able to apply quickly and that's going to be good bang for your buck, then I really don't think that they're worth it. So I don't plan on repurchasing another pair of the natural lashes from 1-2 Cosmetics. I might try a pair of the bold lashes because I do like to play around with stuff, and bold lashes aren't something that I would expect to wear every day, and so it's okay. But quite frankly, I do think false lashes look great when you're going for a bold lash look, and I think they're much easier to learn to apply. So I don't know that I'm going to rush out and get a set of the bold lashes, but I'm not ruling it out either. There's my review of the 1-2 Cosmetics magnetic lashes. Hope you enjoyed this. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content in general, I would love it if you would subscribe. Until next time, bye.